What's going on, guys? Hey, as you can see behind me, this beautiful image of St. Petersburg burning, Russia's second most populous city in the entire country, that up until about 2 years ago was thought to be completely untouchable, as well as Moscow. Let's watch this real quick, and then I'll tell you what we're doing today. Have you ever, first off, have you ever seen this much smoke come from anything? It's an oil refinery, obviously, but still, that's insane, dude. All right, and then that will be our segue right after this one. Our segue into a Wild Berries logistics center in Moscow burning. Here's the thing, in my opinion at least. You never want to see innocent civilians get killed, no matter who it is, whether it's Russians, whether it's Ukrainians, whether it's Israelis, whether it's Palestinians. It doesn't matter. Innocent civilians are innocent civilians across the board. Doesn't matter their race, religion, color, ethnicity, whatever, dude. That said, Russia has been raining terror over Ukraine for the last 5 years, doing this stuff every single day, multiple times every single day. Now, Ukraine's hitting back, and they're hitting things that will make life harder for the Russian military, the Russian civilians, the Russian government. So I understand why they would hit a logistics center like this, just like I understand how they would hit the oil infrastructure. But that said, I wanted to start our video off with that. I've got a handful of clips we found today. Viewer discretion advised. We're going to be watching Russians get exploded. We've got a ton of new subscribers here. I almost said followers again. That's not YouTube. So I want to introduce myself, then we'll jump into it. Again, viewer discretion advised. We'll keep all the uncensored content on our Discord for our members, okay? We've got a massive archive over there of just the gnarly, gruesome shit that you guys seem to enjoy is over there. Okay, so my name is Saxon. I go by Vegas here in Ukraine. I've been in Ukraine for the last 3.5 years or so. Before coming to Ukraine, I was a firefighter and an EMT in a small town outside of Fort Worth, Texas. I came to Ukraine. I joined the International Legion. I was in 1st Battalion, Charlie Company, 3rd Platoon as a combat medic. We deployed to Kupiansk, did a couple of combat missions with Charlie, and then left the International Legion after some drama, bunch of casualties and KIAs, and went back to the US, sold all my stuff, grabbed my cats, came back to Ukraine. I helped start Azov's International Battalion, and then I served as a combat medic in the first deployed unit in an assault team called Alpha 2. And then I did multiple combat missions with Azov, and that now we're here basically, and now I have the important duty of bringing to the public's attention what it looks like when Russian invaders get misted. I need to bring that to a wider audience. So um, that's pretty much it. Hey, this is a perfect time. We've got another like 5-6 days till the end of the month. This is a perfect time to pick up a Flamingos Over Moscow t-shirt. Right now it's our exclusive t-shirt, and obviously it shows Moscow burning. This is literally Moscow burning right behind us here, so perfect time. Also, we've got our 4th of July special for our Americans, American for Ukraine, if you want one of those. All right, guys, let's jump into it. Let me, first I want to show you this shorter clip. Not great quality, obviously, and it doesn't even show a whole bunch here. There's an enemy Russian right over here by these trees that they just killed. Or by some of those trees. I don't know if it was that tree in particular. Dead check. There's our dead occupier. And part of the reason I wanted to show this one is because of the loot they get from this guy, to kind of show that even though we dehumanize these invaders, when you go into their pockets, you look at their stuff, they're very much human still. So watch.
Знайшли 2 телефона і документи Республіка Молдова.
Moldova. He said his documents are from Moldova. What's that? Anybody know what that substance could be right here? Interesting.
Фоткать, все забрати з собою, зняти на відео. Я зараз відправлю дрон туди далі, подивитися посадку, як прийняти.
Плюс.
So it kind of personalizes it, makes it feel more real, in my opinion, when you could see like, oh, this guy was just carrying a bunch of debit cards and credit cards, his ID, his phone with the card in the back of the phone, like, you know how people do. It's just, I don't know, something about that's like, oh yeah, they are humans, but nevertheless, no sympathy for these people invading a free nation. I'm just saying it kind of brings a more human perspective to the whole thing. So wanted to show you guys that one, and now we'll get into our main event, if you will. This is GoPro footage from a 19-year-old Australian volunteer fighter, and you guys tell me who this sounds like in your opinion, because it says his call sign is Lupo, but this sounds like a different Australian that we've seen on this channel before.
Keep your head low. Come on. Ah! Come on!
Oh, never mind, sorry. They're a bastard.
They're close. Head down. That's friendly.
Once that dash goes up and running, like, they'll suppress that sector.
I think it is up and
Can
running.
we run it down?
Wait, shush! Jordan,
Can we run? Will we run?
head down. And come down.
Because he'll come like...
You good? Jordan!
Back. I'm going this way. Run!
Careful, go down.
Hold on!
Careful.
He's just looking. Go down.
Careful. Nice and easy, Bogan. FPV. Ah! Back.
Oh, bro!
I want to make sure they're okay. Get in position.
Yeah.
You okay? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Over. Those Russian voices. Maybe some.
Those Ukrainians were like, yes, you scared the hell out of us.
Hit.
I hear the low testosterone from most people.
Just listen.
Wait, hold on, what did you just say?
Alright. Over. Those Russian voices. Maybe someone's hit.
I hear the low testosterone from most people.
Just listen.
He says, is that Russian voices? And the other guy's like, I hear the low testosterone. It must be.
FPV!
Want to go left?
Left. Go.
Left.
I'll cover. Listen.
Sound.
Run! Hold.
Cluster munition.
Let's go back.
Good to go.
Let's go.
Go.
Oh, fuck.
I'll cover.
Is that a motorbike?
Drone. Watch this one. Just stay here.
Is that a motorbike?
That's it. I'm almost out of ammunition. FPV!
Down. It's down. Granata.
Yeah. So I'd really like to see the full footage of this because obviously it's cut up here, but tell me how you guys thought that sounded like, that Australian. To me, it sounded like Dave from Chosen Company, or who used to be on Chosen Company. But really, this just goes to show this is probably a much more accurate
Come on!
accurate depiction of what modern combat looks like. It's in trenches. Every 30 seconds, there's a drone, and you're running to and from bunkers. You're spraying into the trees. The trees are spraying back at you. You're close enough to hear the enemy, but you can't see the enemy. Um, I mean, it's nightmare fuel, really. If you're looking at this from like a put yourself in his position perspective. If you're looking at this from like a why didn't we see anybody die? This wasn't like some crazy high octane, full assault style video. No, but this this is still really intense, man. And you could tell from the intensity in his voice, man. His adrenaline's pumping. So pretty interesting. There's not a ton of context on the video. 19-year-old Australian volunteer, call sign Lupo. It says, "Could you have faced a battle at 19?" That doesn't bode well for all the youngsters I tell on a weekly basis not to come to Ukraine. And then you got this 19-year-old just out here being a beast, right? Dude, I had a 14-year-old reach out to me on Instagram, and he's like, I don't know, man. It very strange, but he's like, "Hey, bro, just wanted to get some, or wanted to ask you some questions about Azov. I plan on coming when I turn 18. I'm 14 now." I'm like, what is happening right now? Absolutely not. No. Like I appreciate the love and support, of course, but dude, I'm not even going to entertain the idea of a child coming to Ukraine. What was the context on this one? I don't remember. Oh, this is US airstrikes. This is our only US video, but I wanted to show this because there's been some major, this was just last night, been some major escalation in the Middle East. So this says United States Air Force airstrikes target Iranian boats, missile trucks, and airstrips. There's no audio. It's fascinating to see different theaters of war, how they're waging their war. So I was wondering about, because I did see this clip. I was wondering, they obviously hit this little gunboat right here, but what is this thing? It almost looks like a tugboat, huh? But these communications on the top of the boat look pretty serious. But no, it does look like a tugboat. And they were probably trying to hide this behind this or something like that. I made a video yesterday or the day before, I don't remember exactly, and basically we talked about the war in Iran and my opinion of a full-scale invasion, boots on the ground, US forces going in and basically establishing more secure um, more secure areas, especially the coastline near the Strait of Hormuz, which is causing the most issues with any type of transit through the strait. And there was uh there was a lot of comments on that video, man. There was a lot of people saying not our war, or it's basically not our war. We shouldn't be over there. there was a lot of people saying that they agreed with me, and that they agreed that Iran has been a problem for decades, and they will only continue to be a problem. Somebody came in the Discord and respectfully shared his opinion and said that he doesn't believe that there should be boots on the ground in Iran, and we should just continue our air campaign and bombing them. So I'm curious what you guys think. I mean, do you think if the United States continues an air campaign in Iran, will that ever make Iran capitulate and come to the negotiation table or surrender, or will it just drag out the inevitable of eventually needing to go boots on the ground to establish dominance in the country, or eventually pull out? So that was a long-winded question, but do you think that an air campaign like we've been doing for the last almost 6 months at this point could win the war for the United States? I personally don't. I think we're dealing with um, ideological terrorists and religious fanatics who you're going to have to kill them before they stop trying to kill you, right? They're not, it's not like an organized, uniformed military that if you destroy enough of the command structure, then eventually they could give up and surrender. Or no, these people are fighting for these ideological reasons, and they will live in a mud hut or a little dirt hole under the ground with a can of soup and an AK for as long as they have to in order to try to fulfill these religious ideological goals that they have. Basically, I think they need to be eradicated, the IRGC. They are nothing but issues. They've been nothing but issues. Um, but let me know what you guys think. So this was interesting. This is a Russian drone feed, and this is the first time I've personally seen drone on drone warfare. So that's a Ukrainian ground drone. So it's not a it's not some high speed stuff, but this is this is the future of warfare, I think. We've talked on this channel for the last 2 years about the future being drone on drone warfare. We're starting to see it right now. We're starting to see we've been watching drone dogfights in the sky and different anti-drone technology mounted on other aerial drones to take out other aerial drones. But aerial to ground drones is pretty crazy. And we've been seeing the use of water drones, more sea drones from the United States, which nobody's been using water drones except for Ukraine. So that's a big development. Drones, man. They're only going to continue to get more efficient and more prominent in the battlefield. All right, this one is pretty gnarly. It says Ukrainian drone kills Russian soldier who is pretending to be dead. These are the types of videos I'm talking about that are very gory, so I have to blur it when he gets actually hit, but all of the uncensored. Oh, and I'll have to blur that guy that's just floating in the water. Or maybe I don't have to blur that. I don't know. All these will be in Discord, uncensored. For you sick fucks that love to see this shit. Fatality. Jesus, dude. All right. All right. You got if you want to see that, go to the Discord. I'm not going to fucking watch that right now, but it's literally ground beef, dude. I mean, it just instantaneously turned into ground beef. Good God. Ukrainian FPV drone crashes into Russian soldier, Lamont front. Oh, yeah, okay. Watch this one, guys. It's crazy. So he's like calling it in. It doesn't explode. So he decides to take it upon himself. I can only imagine this was intentional. That's also why he was waving it in, because he was done being at war and he was ready to end it. But God, I mean, it takes some pretty serious balls to pick up that drone and just like detonate it right in your own face. Pretty gnarly. Uh, Actually, that is all we've got. That we have one more of these, but there's no context to it, so I didn't really know if I was going to show it or not. And this is crazy because what does this look like to you guys? This photo. To me, it looks like a father probably with his two kids sitting on the dash or on the hood of his car. I can't tell. Those might not be kids. But otherwise, why keep that photo with you if they're not his kids, right? Either way, it's sad, man. This was a dad. And this is the case for probably the vast majority of the soldiers that are dying out in Ukraine. Fathers, grandfathers, sons, obviously. Um, it sucks and war sucks, but at the end of the day, these guys willingly are signing contracts to do the wrong thing. You, I can't be sympathetic towards that. It doesn't work that way. That you can make the and I see this comment a lot actually. You can make the argument war is terrible, war is hell, war is unfair, and I agree with all of those things, but I also believe it is necessary. And humans have been fighting each other since they could learn how to pick up rocks and sticks and stones. And the best way, and I've seen this on lots of like podcasts and different like motivational videos, but the idea is to be an extremely dangerous individual without being violent and like aggressively violent towards other people. But when and if, not even if, when the time comes when you need to defend yourself, you need to be extremely lethal, right? And so I subscribe to that concept as well. I completely agree. You don't go around bullying people or being a douchebag, but if someone steps to you in the sense that you're threatened, they're threatening you, your family, your loved ones, your friends, you have the ability to completely annihilate that person if it came down to it. And that's kind of how I see Ukraine and Russia right now. Ukraine didn't want to fight Russia, dude. Uh, Nobody wanted to fight Russia, really. Russia continues to push the issue on all of its bordering countries. They just invade their neighbors. That's what they do since the Soviet Union, the USSR, and then the collapse of the Soviet Union. They still continue to invade their neighbors, and really, it seems like they're trying to bring back the borders of the Soviet Union, pre-Soviet Union borders, right? Or pre-Russia Soviet Union borders. Anyways, they're dirtbags. They deserve to get smoked. I'm sorry that your kids have to grow up without a father now. You should have made better decisions and not signed a contract to invade a free nation. Oops. All right, guys. Let me know what you think, man. That was kind of deep. That was intense, but it is how I feel, and I know a lot of you guys feel the same way because I read the comments every single day and I love it. So, jump in the Discord if you want. Grab a T-shirt if you want. I love you guys, and we'll see you in the next one.